Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castello with Shotmechanics Basketball, and today I've got the 3 main keys to help you get a shifty handle. All right, now everybody wants to have an incredibly shifty handle, right? They get the oohs and ahs from the crowd, and it makes them unguardable on the court, and you can get to pretty much anywhere you want to be. So today what I want to do is give you 3 keys that you need to master to be able to become that unstoppable ball handler. But before we jump into it, this video is brought to you by my guys over at Power Hands. All right, so Power Hands are the only ball handling tool that I actually recommend. The weighted gloves make it really, really great to turbocharge your handle and make it so it's much quicker and much tighter once you get into real games. Then once you add in the slip grip on the palms, it makes it so your control gets even better once you get them off and play in a live game. All right, so go ahead and click the link in the description down below and pick up your own pair of Power Hands. Most players feel results the very first time they use them. That's how crazy powerful they are. And we're gonna do it one better. If you click the second link in the description down below, I'm gonna give you free instant access to my Shift School Academy. This is an academy I put together to help give you the tips that you need to become a shifty ball handler. That way, each and every time you step on the court, you dominate. Brought to you by my guys over at Power Hands. All right, now let's talk about what we wanna do to have our 3 keys to be an unstoppable ball handler, right? The very first key is ball control. Ball control is the most important thing, right? What we see from a lot of players is they work on their handle a ton, but they work on the wrong things, right? And so they might work on pounding the ball a ton, and they might work on, getting their hands moving as quick as they can. But ball control at the end of the day is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how fast you can punch the ball as much as how well you can control the ball, right? That's one reason why I love the Power Hand Slip Grip, is it really helps you train that, right? So as a basketball player, we want to think about, I want to be able to handle the ball in 360 degrees all around my body, no matter where the basketball is at, and all the way out as far as my arms can extend, all the way back into my body. I want to be able to control the basketball and push it where I want to get it, right? So it doesn't matter if I catch the ball out here and I want to get it back to this side behind my back, I can push it around, right? It doesn't matter if I catch the ball high out here on a pass and I want to drop between the legs, I can still get it there, right? So ball control in 360 degrees is incredibly important, right? That's why you want to make sure that the drills you do and the workouts you do are really focusing on ball control a ton, because that's the thing that's really going to translate into a game, because the ball moves around your body, right? I always like to think about your body's like the sun. It's the center of the universe when it comes to basketball, and the basketball is just like a planet rotating around you, right? So no matter where that planet's at, you got to be able to snatch it and move it into a different direction. So ball control is the number 1 key you got to get down. All right, so we got ball control. We're controlling it all around our body. The next major key is hand speed, right? Being able to move your hands quickly is what starts to get that ball handling to be super fast and super efficient, right? Now, again, that's why I love the Power Handle gloves, is because they actually help build that hand speed very quickly. But we want to be able to move our hands from inside to outside, from front to back as quick as we possibly can. A lot of players have a good handle, but they just don't have the hand speed to match, right? So they might do a move, and it might be a fantastic move. It's just a little too slow to actually make the defender bite, right? So hand speed's something that you really want to develop. Now, most of the time, this is developed by drills that are going to have your hands moving in big directions back and forth, right? Things like pound dribbles and some of those kind of traditional standard ball handling drills, some of those don't actually work your hand speed, even though you're dribbling the basketball fast, right? So generally speaking, if you're doing a drill that isn't moving your hand in some way on a plane, this direction, front, back, side, it's probably not going to be increasing your hand speed. And if you want to really take it to the next level, you can make your hand speed so it's breaking the center line of your body, right? So if I'm doing a drill where my hand has to come across the center line of my body and then come back, right? Like let's say it's like some sort of like swipe crossovers if I'm grabbing it like that. That's a great way to work on your hand speed, right? So hand speed is the second key that if you can add that to your game, you're gonna become a really tough ball handler. All right, so the next big key that messes a ton of players up is offhand development. We need to make sure that your left hand is just as good as your right hand, and your right hand's just as good as your left hand. Because if you've got a weak hand, it's a lot easier for a defender to guard you, because they know they can push you to that side and make it a lot harder, right? So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're developing both of your hands at the same pace. Now, this is one of the questions I get all the time. Hey, Coach Colin, how do I dribble with my left? Hey, Coach Colin, I'm really good with my right, but my offhand needs work, right? The whole key is we actually need to put in the work, number 1. A lot of players don't actually put in the work. And number 2, we want to make sure that we're developing that offhand at a more rapid pace. So the piece of information I always give players is you can double up your training on your left hand than you do on your right hand. So let's say we're doing like roll crossovers, right? So I'm going roll, crossover, crossover, roll, crossover, crossover. Let's say I'm going to do 25 rolls with the right. I might do the exact same drill, but do 50 rolls once I do it with my left, right? And so if you can kind of double up your reps on your weak hand, you can start to catch it up really quickly if you're actually putting in the work, right? Now, with that being said, you really need to train. Most of the time when players aren't good with one hand, but they are with the other, it's because they're not actually putting in the time to train to even them out. So make sure your offhand development's there, because if you do, it opens up a world of possibilities where now defenders cannot guard you the way they want to guard you. All right, don't forget, if you want to take your handle to the next level, all you got to do is click the link in the description down below and get free instant access to my Power Hands Shift School. This is going to help you get a shifty handle, and it's going to give you the keys that you need to ensure that you get there. And if you want to help us out, go ahead and pick out a pair of Power Hands in the link in the description as well. Every pair that you pick up helps support us, it helps support what we do. And again, it's the only ball handling training product that I actually recommend. I love them. I use them all the time. I use them with my players. They're absolutely fantastic, and so I highly recommend you pick up a pair. All right, if this video helped you out, hit the like button, head to the comment section down below. Let me know what sort of video you want to see next. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell notification. That way YouTube actually gives you my videos instead of hiding them for you from some reason. And make sure you come back and watch the videos, because we got a lot of great stuff coming that you're not going to want to miss. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching. Until next time, splash on.